on, everyone? We have to go over Pudgy Penguins, guys, because as you can see, Pudgy Penguins has hit a critical support at 0.012. We're going to talk about where it's going to be going next. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Go ahead and become a member of the channel, all that good stuff. Let's get straight into it. So, as you guys can see, Pudgy Penguins has hit 0.012. That has been a very significant support for us for a good amount of time. That was actually pretty critical early on for Pudgy Penguins as well. So we are also inside of a falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern, but it has like a 72% win rate or like a 77% win rate. So there's still a possibility that Pudgy Penguins could break down to the downside here, right? So I do believe it's going to break down to the downside because I've already mentioned this so many times with Bitcoin. That Bitcoin is about to go to 85K, showing a lot of weakness here on the %R trend exhaustion. Even though we just got a reversal signal right here, is now already curving back to the downside. So I think Bitcoin is about to have a dump soon. So I would say prepare for that as well. But yeah, I think we're gonna have a nasty dump here inside of Bitcoin. That's gonna cause everything else to go down as well, and including Pudgy Penguins. We should see Pudgy Penguins coming down too. So I'm expecting Pudgy Penguins again to reach 0.008. And that has been a level I've been talking about forever. You guys already know 0.008. That's where we're looking for. The buy zone for Pudgy Penguins, in my personal opinion, is going to be this zone right here. Anywhere from 0.008 all the way down to 0.005. This is going to look like a good zone for me personally to buy. Somewhere in here, I'll be getting it in, and I like the day trade and swing trade. But right now, the way the market is moving, I'm going to be day trading because, you know, I don't trust the market right now, and that's what I'll say. Like, you know, it's good to know where the prices are going, but you know, you don't know if it's going to continue on a downtrend. So you don't know if Bitcoin's going to break below 85K. But so far, everything is holding up. Everything is showing 85K is that support. So that's what I'm sticking to until I get some type of confirmation that that's no longer the support. So I would definitely say be extremely careful here. But anyways, beyond like all the pricing and stuff, beyond the trading, beyond the charts, Pudgy Penguins is literally everywhere. So this is showing Pudgy Penguins inside of like the same machine here as I think Pokemon cards and stuff. So they have Pudgy Penguins cards inside the same machine, the Pudgy Penguin vibes cards. So yeah, and now you can see HTX retweeting it. Look, Pudgy Penguins is everywhere. I think this is honestly the mascot of crypto, just like how Dogecoin was. Other people are also spotting the levels that I was talking about. This guy says 0.004 or possibly 0.006 to 0.008. Pretty much the same thing I've been saying, except I said 0.005 to 0.008. So a lot of people are seeing, you know, the same things that I'm seeing here. So, you know, and don't believe this. This is a lie. Billie Eilish did not buy $5 million worth of Pudgy Penguins. If she did, everybody would know about it, literally. And everybody would be buying it and it would be pumping. So, no, she did not buy $5 million worth of Pudgy Penguins, right? And apparently she's not about making her money like double and stuff like that and keeping it, because she was criticizing Elon Musk for not donating his money, and a bunch of other billionaires at some place. I don't even know what it was. It was some type of award thing where she donated a bunch of money, and then she was criticizing the billionaires in the room for not doing it. So I don't think she would buy Pudgy Penguins even if her life depended on it. So do not believe the lies. But anyways, moving on to that, I just thought that was funny because, you know, people would jump for anything. People want something to happen in the market. Like, people want something bullish to happen, but you know, it's just not happening like that right now. But it is what it is. I'm really not even worried about this, guys. But anyways, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Again, like I said, I'm not worried about this whatsoever. But yeah, hit the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Also, remember, when you watch my videos, you're watching it from the perspective of a day trader and an occasional swing trader and someone who likes to trade options as well. So I'm not trying to buy and hold Pudgy Penguins forever. I'm not one of those people that say I'm never selling Pudgy Penguins. Pudgy Penguins to the death of me. Pudgy Penguins, I love it. I'm never gonna sell it. I'm gonna hold these coins out. No, I'm not that type of person. I'm buying it. I'm making money. I'm getting out. Plain and simple. I've already done it up here, and I did buy it like around this 1.5 area, but when it pumps like that, I sold because I was like, nah, it ain't breaking out. Because you gotta remember, like in around this 1.5 area, I want to show you guys something. So around this area, the short-term trend was going crazy, but the long-term trend stayed bearish. When this happens, this is telling you that yes, for the short term it's bullish, but long term it's about to have another crash. Look at what it's doing now. The long term trend is staying bearish while the short term trend is going up. What happened last time, guys? When this thing maxes out, it's going to dump. It's going to dump. And the short term trend is usually like a 5% pump, so it's not even worth it. Okay, that was a 17% pump. All right, 17%. Maybe that's worth it for some people. But when you're day trading, 17% makes the difference. All right. But again, it wasn't just like overnight. It did something like that. It didn't do it like that. If you actually look at it, it took it a little while to actually do it. It took it a couple days actually to max out like that. But you can get these short little 1 day movements inside of different projects, right? So this is Pudgy Penguins. Look, we'll start on the 9th. This is the 8th. Boom. This is the 9th. Let's just say you got in here. You could have took this all the way up here. All the way up here, guys. All the way up here. Held it for like 2 days. Maybe you want to hold it for 1 day for like for almost the full day, but not really. Let's just say you held it to this resistance. You still would have made 7%. So you can make money trading, but be extremely careful. And remember, like, I'm not holding these projects long term. I'm talking about them, but I'm also trading them at the same time. I'm not trying to hold these projects long term. And also remember, I also operate on realistic standards here. For instance, this pattern that I just now drew here is actually a bearish expanding triangle. And I knew it was going to go down because it's the bearish expanding triangle. Now, can it break out? Yes, it can break out of the bearish expanding triangle. But the second it topped out right here and it didn't go all the way up to the top, that tells me, nope, this thing is done. So, you know, there's a lot of things that you got to do. You got to be realistic with yourself. You have to know that you have to know your technical analysis, because if you don't, you will be screwed. Anyways, look at the 1 hour chart. Look at the percent R trend exhaustion. Long-term trend completely down. Short-term trend out of control. So we're going to have another drop here, guys. Prepare now. Screenshot this if you want. I'm going to come down here one more time and show you guys these levels. Screenshot these support levels if you want. Let's take this box off. No box. Let's take the box off. All right. So I can't get the box. Let me cover it. But yeah, screenshot this if you want, guys. We have 0.0089, 0.0081, 0.0067, 0.005. And how did I get these levels? You can screenshot this as well if you want. We had one support here, and this is all I'm doing. I'm just finding common support areas. This is a very common one, 8.9. It showed up a lot of times back here, showed up a little bit there. So you can see like these support areas, they're very vague, but they work. They're very vague, but they work. And that's why I say it's the general area you want to look at. You don't want to look at the exact numbers, but the general area. Anywhere from 0.005 to 0.008 in general is going to be a decent buy. And the reason why I say in general is because, let's say Pudgy Penguins pulls down to 0.0089. You're like, I'm not pulling the trigger yet. And then it gets down to 0.0081, and you're like, okay, now I'm pulling the trigger. Let's say you pulled the trigger and it went down to 0.005. Yes, that is a 37% jump or drop. But when it starts to come back up, you're going to see a huge change inside the price, right? When it comes back up to that same price, now it's a 62% jump. So you're going to get your money back. And then on top of that, if it continues to go, you're going to be looking good all the way. You're going to be looking good all the way up there, right? Let's say you got in right here. It went down 37%, but then it recovered. When it gets back up to 0.014, now you're looking at 71%. So I don't know. You just have to weigh your risk tolerance, I guess you could say. But yeah, this is all I got for you guys today. Again, take a screenshot of these levels. Go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Shout out to all the members of the channel. As always, I'll be back with another video.